elections. I am keen that the security teams that you had at the regional and county levels, please now pay attention to early warning signals and early warning signs across across the country. Pay attention to this. And if we were keen, we would pick up certain things. Like now, if we were very keen and so on, we should have picked up some of these things in Laikipia and dealt with them before they escalate. I'm grateful for the work that has been done, and that's why Natembeya is not here. He's on the ground with the team. We have had to do necessary changes in that county in terms of managing our security, and we are going to do even more changes that I will announce tomorrow in terms of reconfiguring our deployment and working in that area. We are not now worried about containment, because you see what has happened in Laikipia. It's almost like seasonal. Every time we approach an election, this thing flares up. And when we cross the election, many of you have worked in that area as this is before or something. You understand this. But the National Security Council has adopted a much more comprehensive approach this time, and we are going to be present for many months on the ground to ensure that we address the land issues there, address administrative issues there and deployment there, so that we resolve the problem once and for all. And many of us are going to spend quite some time there, including myself, to be sure that we resolve those problems comprehensively. But look at your various counties and regions. Pay attention to early warning signs. Where there are certain challenges, let us deal with them, and let us address them. And finally, while we are on this, I want to plead with you, my friends. The beauty about Ingawa and why I enjoy your company, and when we have our own conversations, especially when these wonderful people from the media are not there, is because many of you are experienced officers. All of you are RCs, are people who have been in the field for a long time. You are very experienced people. And I want you to know this for sure. I sincerely value your advice. Every time I've spoken to each one of you, the advice you have given us on the things we do has always worked very well. I mean, the number of things that we are doing and the management of the security in the country is going well because of the advice that we have received from you and how you have been very objective in dealing with these issues. Now I want to ask you, my friends, to be, again, a little more cautious and build as far and as much as possible, build inclusive conflict resolution mechanisms. I said last time we had a meeting with the county commissioners, create a base of members from the leadership community in your county. Maybe church leaders, the clergy from the Muslim faith or any other faiths that are operating in your community. Have regular consultations with youth group leaders, because we want to go through this season in a consultative manner and engage our people very closely. I would like to plead with you that let's reduce to the barest minimum any instance of force, pushing people and so on. This is a mature democracy. Kenya has become a mature democracy. And the impending election is going to give us an opportunity to demonstrate to ourselves and the world that we can actually have an absolutely peaceful election and go through it without a problem. And don't worry about the accusations. From time to time, accusations will fly left, right, and center. But you know yourselves, because many of you are experienced people, it's the nature of the trade. We are called names, that's fine. Don't focus on that. Just close your ears and remain focused. Adopt a blinkered horse approach. We are going somewhere. We want to transit the country and we want to move our people forward. Let's do what we must do. Forget about the side shows and so on. But remain focused on this. And then do as much as you can to have conversations locally with your people. You will identify leadership groups, draw from those leadership groups. Many of your counties and regions of areas of jurisdiction are cosmopolitan and complex. Draw in representative groups, be as inclusive as you can, and spend a lot of time with local leaders and work with them, so that when the political thing tries to kick up, it finds that Our structures of conflict resolution are solid. We are already having conversations with our people. They understand us. They know what we are doing. And they know that we are not, doing those things that we are being accused of doing. And remain totally objective. And then you know how we know that your objective is when everybody accuses you. These ones accuse you, the others accuse you, and so on. It's evidence that you have refused to bend to any side. And that's what we should do. I want to remind you one thing, which you actually know, but it's like a philosophy that you should live with as you go along, my dear friends. When all is said and done, everyone will call us names, but they know for sure that you can't have a stable country without the work you guys do. So, you are carrying our country and the stability of this nation on your shoulders. Let's remain objective, even-handed, focused on the task at hand, ensuring that Mwananchi gets the services that they need, and ensuring that we move forward. We've seen these things before. We were here with some of you in 2017. You were there in another election before me, with other leaders in the ministry, and you have seen these things. Noise goes up, down, accusations fly left, right, and center. But we succeed because we don't bother about those. We succeed because we focus on the task that is ahead of us. And I would like to ask you, please, to focus on the task ahead of us, keeping the country peaceful and secure, stable, providing a basis for which economic activity can carry on. You have already done so much. I mean, the successes we have had in transition, 100% transition, is partly because of your effort on the ground. The movement of national government projects is solid. Every time I see a report that PS Kibicho brings to us in cabinet, that always summarizes a report that an RC has brought from an area. It's a clear demonstration, and my colleagues in cabinet appreciate this tremendously. It's clear demonstration of how effective you are on the ground. Because every time we meet in NDICC, PS Kibicho brings a report from an RC, says this is what the RC Coast brought. This is what the RC Western brought last time she came to us. And everybody appreciates, the solidity with which you people work and the information you provide and how you are following the implementation of government projects on the ground, which means we are on the right track and we're doing the right thing. Let's stay on course and remain focused as we move ahead. So the 30 days, as PS says, will provide us the opportunity to immediately draw and develop a template of what we want to do for the next 1 year to ensure that we keep our population safe. I wish you all the best as you work together. We will meet in the field and in the course of duty as we go along, and know that when you're firm and you take decisions, which I ask you to, we have your back. Don't be intimidated by anybody or don't be stressed by anyone. Where you need to make decisions and where you need to sometimes even clash with those who claim to be powerful, who claim to be in authority, take the decisions you need to take in the best interest of this country and the people of Kenya. We have your back. Be firm.